Good morning. This is R&R with Rhonda.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Mari. Today I thought we'd just do, because there's it seems to be a strange time after the post-COVID, in a kind of a way where we're, not sure, we can't go back to our old life, and yet going forward into a new life is not so. We don't know where that is either, and so it brings out a lot of anxiety. I mean, we've had lots of changes, like with our weather this last week, pouring, raining, and sunny and hot, and so
humid again.
Yes.
After being cool.
Yes. Yeah. So all these things create stress, and one of the places that we store the stress is in the jaw. So, and then when the jaw tightens, the neck tightens, and then that tightens everything throughout the whole body. So, a really way to calm the nervous system is just to release that tension in the jaw. So if you'd like to just lie down on the floor.
Yes, on my back.
Yes, on your back.
Okay, I'll put this over here. I think that I can just look and see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So just feel how you're giving your weight to the floor. Notice how your heels are touching the floor. How your calves are resting. Feel the space behind your knees. Notice the thighs. And the weight in the buttocks. Feel as the weight even in one buttock and the other. And feel how your shoulders are resting on the floor and the point of contact of your head on the floor. Good morning, Cheryl. We're just doing a little scan on the floor, so if you'd like to lie down, we're doing some little jaw movements today. So nice to see you.
Morning, Cheryl.
I don't know whether her sound is on yet. And just notice your breathing as you're lying there. Noticing the length of your in-breath and the length of your out-breath. And is there any space between your in-breath and the out-breath? And just bring your attention to your tongue. And notice where your tongue is resting in your mouth. Is it touching your bottom teeth? Is it tip of your tongue near the top of your teeth? Your top teeth? Is your tongue a little bit to one side or the other? So just noticing that. And very gently, just bring your tongue to touch the bottom side of the front bottom teeth. So just the back side of your bottom teeth. Just let it rest there gently. Just imagine you've got a little paintbrush on your tongue, and you're just taking this paintbrush and just painting lightly the back of the first tooth. So on the left, or just on the left side first, and the second tooth. So you're just painting the back of your teeth on that left side, and then bring your tongue back again. And just doing that a few times, taking your tongue to the left and back to the middle. And then rest in the middle. Now can you take your tongue to the right, touching the back side of your teeth on the right side. And if you've got teeth missing, just pretend there's a tooth there. And just going slowly like a cloud gliding across the sky. Noticing is it different from one side to the other. Especially as we get older, we have can have teeth missing in one side, and that affects how we chew and affects our jaw. And then just go from one side to the other, just gently to the left and gently to the right. And you can just lightly place your hand on your jaw. So the jaw actually, the bottom jaw actually starts up near your ears and comes down to your chin. You're just gently touching your jaw and noticing as you move your tongue from left to right, if anything happened in that jaw. You feel that the jaw also goes along for the ride. So just gently, slowly, smoothly. So your tongue and your jaw are moving together. And when you get to the sweet side, just pause for a moment before you come back to the middle. And when you get to the other side, just pause before you come back to the middle. And notice what your eyes are doing. Are they moving with your tongue and your jaw? And could you just gently let your eyes, as your tongue goes to the left and your jaw goes to the left, let your eyes go to the left. And as your tongue and jaw come back to the right, let your eyes go to the right. So your tongue and jaw and eyes are moving together. And then come back and rest in the middle. Notice your breathing and how you're giving your weight to the floor. You feel that sense as these movements just slow down the nervous system, bring you more to a parasympathetic state. So noticing, does that affect how you're lying on the floor? And now, can you look at a point on the ceiling with your eyes? Or just right in front of you, if you're sitting up looking at a point in front of you with your eyes. And doing that same movement with your jaw and your tongue, taking your jaws, your tongue to the left and letting your jaw follow, and taking your tongue to the right and letting your jaw follow, but your eyes are looking at a point straight ahead of you. And when I do that, it makes me want to take a breath. Somehow or other, a spontaneous breath arises.
Yeah. I'll move this saucepan mop. Okay. You know? You can do it now.
So your eyes are like lotuses in a pool of mud. They're just sort of sinking back in your head and you're just resting, looking at something in front of you. And just rest.
Takes a lot of concentration.
Yeah. And feeling as you're resting there, how is your face feeling? Is there any feel any different? Can you imagine that your eyes, they're little like little balls in the socket. These sockets in your eyes are like little bowls, and your eyes are just sinking back into those bowls, resting back, letting them sink down as you take a breath in, feeling them as they Your eyes open out, and as you breathe out, the eyes just sink back into the bowl. Breathing in and breathing out. And can you feel it, the jaw can just soften back and notice where your tongue is now. And can you take your tongue behind your bottom teeth and notice how you're breathing and the spaces inside. And then can you rest the tongue behind the top teeth? Notice what happens to your breathing as you do that. So can you feel your tongue behind the top teeth? Take a breath in. And then let the breath come gently out of your mouth. And as you breathe in, can you breathe right down into your lower belly, down to your pubic bone? Taking the breath in, letting the tongue rest behind your top teeth, and breathing out gently through your mouth as if you're blowing butterfly kisses to a baby. Breathing in, letting the breath go right down into your belly, the tongue behind your top teeth, and breathing out gently through the mouth. And then just rest. Now can you gently, as your tongue and jaw go to the left, can you let your eyes go to the right? And as your tongue and your jaw come back to the center, your eyes come back to the center. And then as your tongue and your jaw go to the right, let your eyes go to the left. And then they come back to the center together and cross over. The jaw goes to the left and the eyes to the right. And everything keeps moving. There's no stopping and starting, just a smooth transition. And they're both going at the same speed. They come back to the center together. And then they go apart and reach the side together, the opposite side, and come back to the middle. And go to the opposite side. And notice what happens to your breathing. I always feel this spontaneous breath come right down into my belly when I breathe easily. And coming back to the center and just resting. And again, feeling the tongue behind the top teeth. Just gently resting there. Breathing down into your lower belly. And breathing out through the mouth. Breathing, tongue behind the top teeth. And breathing out through your mouth. Just gently. So this movement in itself is a great thing to do if you're stressed. This calms your nervous system. So in this world, we might be frightened of lots of things like our future, our health, decisions that we have to make. And what can happen, it triggers any past trauma that's there, where our mind goes into fight, flight, and overdrive. So just this little simple breathing technique will help calm your nervous system. Okay, just rest and feel how you're lying on the floor. Notice your emotional state. kind of think of our life as that where things happen to us and the clouds come and we can't see the light anymore. And it's just trusting that the light is there behind the clouds and that the clouds will move. We can see the light again. And that light coming in is like letting the breath come in, like coming down into the lower belly, letting the breath come in, lighting up your life. Okay. Now can you bring your tongue behind the top teeth and just gently slide your tongue as if you're painting with a paintbrush there, and you're painting each tooth on the left-hand side of the back of the top teeth. And coming back to the middle. And just doing that to the left a few times. And again, noticing what happens in the jaw as you do that. Can you feel that your jaw slightly moves a little bit to the left as well? And coming back to the middle. Now moving the jaw to the right. And back to the middle. Jaw to the right. And back to the middle, and feeling how, your tongue to the right, back to the middle. And the jaw moves as well. So painting these teeth on the right. And coming back to the middle. And then just going from side to side, taking your tongue to the left and to the right. Gently, slowly, smoothly, calmly. And then come back to the middle and rest. And now, can you look at a point in front of you in the ceiling, just soft, with the soft eyes, feeling that your eyeballs are just sinking back like a lotus in the mud, sinking back into your head. And doing this movement of moving your tongue behind the top teeth to the left, and letting your jaw move, and then back to the middle, and then moving it to the right, and back to the middle. Your eyes be soft, your breathing be soft, your jaw be soft. Coming back to the middle and resting. Letting yourself just settle on the floor, being held by Mother Earth. Resting. And now can you take, as you take your jaw to the left, as you take your tongue and your jaw to the left, just painting the back of your top teeth, let your eyes go to the right, and just synchronize until they come back to the center together. And then take your, painting the back of your top teeth to the left, to the right, and the jaw goes to the right and your eyes go to the left. And then coming back to the center, your jaw and tongue to the left and your eyes to the right. And back to the center together, reaching the center together, your eyes to the left and your jaw and tongue to the right. And just going back and forth like that, just slowly feeling that your eyes are like watching clouds going, drifting Gently across the sky, hardly moving, but there is some movement. Just notice any breaths that emerge from that. And then coming back to the middle and resting, closing your eyes and resting, feeling your eyes will sink back into your skull, into those sockets that are like a lotus in the mud. Feeling your jaw be soft. Bring your tongue behind your top teeth again and taking a breath in, down into your lower belly. Through your nose, breathing in, and then breathing out through your mouth, just gently. Breathing in through your nose, right down into your lower belly, and out through your mouth. Breathing in through your nose, and out through your mouth. And just rest from that and just settle on the floor and feel how you are now. Notice where your tongue is resting in your mouth. It shifted from the beginning. So the joint where the jaw meets the skull is called the TMJ joint. You might have heard that word. And it's we're always holding our jaw up, so that muscle's always working, and it's easy to tighten. When we get uptight, it's where we can hold in that jaw. And as we release that tension in the jaw, it releases the tension in the neck, which then changes the tonus of your whole body. Your whole body can relax just from doing these few little movements. And once more, just bringing your tongue behind your top teeth, breathing into your lower belly. And even if you want to place your hands down in your lower belly, down in your pubic bone, so you feel that as you breathe in, your hands move apart a little bit. So when we get tense and uptight, this is where we can tighten in that lower belly. And then as you breathe out, just gently breathing out through your mouth. And very gently, when you're ready, just bring yourself up to sitting. So these movements can also be done in sitting as well, but lying down first takes you out of gravity and out of your old habits.